Yarny friends, this is Stephanie of Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Thank you for joining me today for episode number 82. This is a crochet channel where I take you on my yarny adventures in hopes that you find some sort of inspiration. So grab your favorite beverage, prop those feet up because you deserve to, and enjoy have to share. So, it has been a hot minute since I shared with you guys last. It's been busy. I'm just trying to tread water at this point. There's definitely not enough hours in a day to complete all the things I need to complete. That's okay. I'm just taking it minute by minute at this point. I did lose a little bit of my crochet mojo in this past week. But as I was getting everything ready here in front of me to share with you guys, I'm feeling a little bit of inspiration and it's coming back to me. There was 3 days I didn't crochet at all this week. Which is not like me because I at least crochet a little bit, at least once a day. You know, usually when my daughter goes to bed, that's when the yarn comes out. But that's okay. I have been working on some things. It's slowly. I do have 2 finished objects. Yay me. And so yeah, so we're just going to get right into it. A little bit of hydration there. I do have an announcement. I'm going to announce the Attack of the Amigurumi 2022 at the end. The theme for November. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but I forget. So we're just going to go right into it. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, which you've guys seen numerous times now, is my corner-to-corner plaid blanket. I added on, I believe, 2 squares since you guys seen it last. Something like that. This is half a square. So, it's coming along slowly. Like I said, I am working on all things slowly. So, that's the theme for today's episode. This is my easy peasy blanket. I always like to have something going on that's simple. That doesn't require a lot of my brain power. I don't have to focus on patterns and count and yada, yada, yada. Or this is my knit night blanket that I work on when I'm on knit night with the girls. Because we do a lot of talking and so I can't be reading patterns and stuff like that. So this is a corner-to-corner plaid join as you go. This is a tutorial on Fiber Spider's channel. I've used this technique numerous times now, and it's one of my favorites. And I will continue to use this technique because I just love it so much. And the yarn I'm using for it is some of this Big Twist Classic. I'm not a huge bulky yarn kind of person, but I'm loving this. It's a bulky 5, but it's like light and squishy. This is white. There's 644 yards. 100% acrylic. I'm using white, black, and gray. So, like I said, it's very slow progress. No pressure on myself. I'm just doing it just because. Over the past few weeks, I've really had to take the pressure off myself for just about everything. Priorities, you know. So definitely, like I said, doing what I can. So that's one of the whips I was working on. The other whip is living in one of my newer bags that was gifted to me from Lori. Thank you so much again. I absolutely love it. It's the perfect size for blankets. So I'm housing a blanket in it. And this one, and this is not the color of the blanket. This is because I was running out of color ink. Okay. It is red initially. This is by the Cozy Cottage Crochet, Hannah. This is the Omega blanket. Loving this pattern so far. Simple. I think it's a 6-row repeat. Something like that. Made some progress. Now this one is also one I can work on that requires little brain power. Here it is so far. Where's my stitch marker? So I got a few rows on it. I'm making the throw size. She has all the sizes from, let me see, preemie, stroller, baby, toddler, lap, throw, twin, full, queen, and king. And I'm doing the throw size. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm using some of my Caron Simply Soft that I have in my stash. Because I haven't used much of Caron Simply Soft lately, and I'm like, well, it's just sitting there, so we're going to use it. So this is a really pretty color. I believe it's called Ocean. Let me show you the yarn I'm using. It is, yes, Ocean. There it is there. 100% acrylic, 4 medium. It's a light 4 medium. There is 315 yards. I have used a full skein already, and I don't think it was quite a full skein. I think there was some used out of it, if I remember correctly. So I actually, right here where you see the two ends, that's where I put on the new skein. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 skeins in my bag. And I used 1 already. So I think I need 12 skeins for this project. Here's the label for my 1 skein I used. I got to add that to my label bag that I'm keeping from the yarn I used all year long. I really enjoy putting an empty label into that yarn bag, that Ziploc bag that I'm holding to keep all my labels in to see what I use for the year. Now I'm also keeping track of the yarn I have purchased throughout the year. And I want to see what the difference is. And I have a feeling I've brought more home than I've used. It's okay, right? So yesterday I actually went shopping with a friend of mine. Just shopping in general, not particularly yarn. Hobby Lobby yarn wasn't on sale, of course, or else I would have bought some. I ended up buying no yarn. I do regret it today because the Big Twist was on sale for $2.99. And I had a $5 off of 35 coupon, which would have qualified if I got, you know, enough. I would have got 12 skeins of yarn for 30 bucks. I kind of regret it now because my daughter and I are working on some hats for the knitting machine for donation. She has a goal of filling up this tote for hats, and I should have just gotten it for that. Just a bunch of the different colors for hats. I should have done it. I'm kicking myself in the butt now because I don't know why I didn't do it. I'm like, because when I was standing there looking at the yarn, I'm like, oh. So now I should get some, and I was going to. And I was going to go up front and get a cart because we didn't get a cart. But I was like, you know, I have quite a bit of yarn. What am I going to do with this? And, you know, but I didn't. And it's not like it takes about half an hour to get there. So it's not like I can run over today and get it or anything like, but it's okay. I have plenty of yarn I can use for our donation hats. I just thought it'd be, you know, a good idea. I thought of that after I left, of course. It was too late. That's okay. No biggie, right? The other whip that I have is living in this bag here. All the big bags for all the big whips, right? This is my friend's square blanket by Chaos and Chop Suey. This, I finally finished the square, the one square that I was working on, but not all the ends are weaved in. I was working on that on one of the knit nights, but I will get the ends weaved in. And it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, and it's the rectangle square, which I think is why it took me a little bit longer. There's a few rectangle ones, and then there's just square shaped ones. So I don't think my next one will be as long, but I need to get moving on it because I want to have it done for the fair next year, and I want to give myself enough time to assemble the whole thing together. So here it is. I'll show it to you guys again once my ends are weaved in, but look how wide it is. Like, so this is going to be a good size blanket. But I'm excited. Here's the couch. Same on both sides. Ends on both sides. Like I said, I'll show it to you guys again once. Now, it's not turning out straight. I don't know what I did. I've never had, and this is mini corner to corner, so you're doing half doubles. I don't know what I did. I'm pretty positive it's going to fix itself once I block it. It doesn't look so bad. But, yeah, it's this. Yeah, I don't know what I did. This is not straight. This comes out a little bit further. And then this end comes out a little bit further. So, I think it'll be fine once I block it. And then once I assemble all the blocks together, too. I think it's going to lay quite nicely. But, yes, I think it turned out really cute. I was really excited. I was working on this for quite a few days there because I was so close to finishing that I just wanted to have it done. So that's what I did. But like I said, it's bigger than I expected it to be. So, and that's just the mini CDC. So if you use a regular CDC, C2C, it's going to be a lot bigger. Not a lot, but it's going to be, you know, bigger. But if you use, like, you can use the pattern for, like, a single crochet graph can. You could do that as well, too. So your size would be different. I think that it would be smaller than 2. So, but I like the mini corner to corner for this pattern so far. I think it's turning out nicely. I'm going to keep going with that. But, yeah. Progress. So, is that like a half finish? I mean, the ends aren't weeded in, but the block is done, right? So a half finish? Yeah, I'll count that. The yarn I'm using for it is, oh, I love this yarn. She does have listed the colors she used. She does have the substitutions for the red heart and another yarn as well too. But I'm using brown. Terracotta. These are starting to look wimpy. Burnt pumpkin. White. And then they didn't have the one color that I needed. I think it was like toasted almond. And I love this yarn, so I substituted it for this red heart buff. So, and I think it turned out just fine. I am going to be keeping track of the yarn I had purchased for this blanket. I want to see how much it's going to cost me in the end. Just interested. You know, I'm still going to do it. Don't matter. But I'm just interested to see what it's costing me. Now, I do have some of the colors in stock. Like for the next square, I think there was 2 colors I already had. So I didn't need to buy them. But I did purchase, when I bought the yarn for this square, I did purchase the yarn for the next square, which I think is a turkey. So, making progress. I'll get those ends weaved in. Once I get them weaved in, I'll show you guys again so you can see it in its full glory. But yeah, I'm excited to start the next square and see what it turns out to be. More bobbins than I expected. I'll tell you, when I was working on that one, I used more bobbins than I was expecting to use. But that's okay. What else? So I have another whip that I did get to work on. This one hasn't, it's been taking me a while, but it's not one I work on frequently. It's this, the weekend waffle sweater, and I cannot get it done in the weekend, just so you know. I got the front panel done, and then I started the back panel. Now, she has in her directions, this is the 6-month size I think I'm doing, and this is like an oversized sweater, so I think I love little oversized sweaters for little ones. But she also has on there like the pattern to do, like where you can make this one side not so big, and then you'll have a flap where you can put like buttons, like you'll put buttons, so you can unbutton it to help it take it off the baby. I'm not doing it for this one. If it was a newborn size, I'd probably do that, but I'm not doing it for the 6-month size because I think I don't know. I'm just not doing it because just what I'm doing. So I'm doing two panels. They'll get sewn together. Then you do the arms and you attach those. I think actually in the pattern she has you doing the arms first, but I went with the front panels first, though. But there we are. And then you put on the neckline. So the neck ribbing thing. Yeah. Interesting pattern. I love the texture on it. This is a pattern I purchased off of Etsy. It is by Woolbird. She had like a pattern pack where it has like, I think it's from like newborn to 5T. Then she had like a super bundle pack where it's from newborn all the way up to like adult 5X or something like that. I can't remember. But it has all the sizes you can possibly think of. And so I bought that one because I'm like, well, I think my daughter would look cute in a sweater like this. If she's going to get one anytime soon, no. But I want the opportunity to. I do like this pattern. If I dedicated more time to it, I would be further along than what I currently am. But I'm just doing what I can, what I feel like working on when I pull out the yarny fibers. I just kind of go with what I'm feeling at the time, and then that being that. So, and then you use 2 hooks. So like you're using one size hook here, and you're using another size hook down here for the ribbing. So you're working this way back and forth, and you're putting the ribbing on for the band of the sweater. So that's pretty cool. I haven't done a sweater like that before. But I'm enjoying the pattern. And the yarn I'm using for it is some of this Big Twist Value in the colorway Light Rose. It's a 4 medium, 100% acrylic, 380 yards. I should have enough for this whole sweater. If not, I just have to use a little bit of another skein, which I have some for like the neckline or something, but it'll be close, or maybe an arm and a neckline. I'm not sure. But that's what we're working on. What else? Well, do have one more whip. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing the Adamus scarf that I recently released at the beginning of October. And I'm currently doing a make-along for this on my Facebook page. And so I'm making another one. The make-along ends on November 6th. So next weekend. And you have a chance to win a cake of yarn that I did. I'll just go ahead and show it to you. It's the Yarn Bee 44th Street, one of my stitch markers. This is the colorway Mustard. It's 540 yards, 70% acrylic, 30% polyamide. It's a 3 light. And you don't have to make this scarf in this yarn if you win it. You can make whatever your little heart desires. But to enter to win, you have to make this scarf. It was discounted down for a few weeks once I released it. I think the discount has ended. But you just go over and purchase the pattern and then make the scarf and get entered to win a cake of yarn. So yeah. I did start one. I want to make a few of these, and because I have quite a few colors of that 44th Street. Now you can use any 3 light yarn that you would like. You can use, if you want, you could use 4 weight yarn. Just know that it's going to come out a different size. But I started one in this color. I love this color. I've made a little bit of progress since I last showed you guys. Once you get the hang of it, it moves quite quickly. And so you're going to increase, and then you're going to go back to decreasing, which I like, because you're going to go, oh, it's taking me longer to do a row. Oh, it's going to take me less time to do a row. It's kind of fun. But, so this color is Pale Aqua. I just think this is so pretty. So, and I have some grays, and I have some oranges and reds that I want to make it in. So I just want to keep making all this and then all the different colors. But yeah, So that's the other one that I'm working on. I want to thank everyone that's went over and purchased my pattern already. I truly appreciate it. As far as my next design, I ran into a little funk. I was feeling like I had some colors I picked out, but I wasn't visioning the stitch pattern that I wanted to do. And then one of the nights I didn't crochet, actually is a couple Saturdays ago since I last recorded. I just wasn't in the mood to crochet. So I started looking at some of my stitch books and stuff like that, just trying to find some inspiration. And I started jotting some ideas down. And I think I know what I want to do for a blanket. I still have to create like a little sample piece to see what it looks like. But now I'm not envisioning it in my yarn colors that I initially had done. So I am right now fighting with myself on what color to do it in. Like what, I know I want to use a 4 medium weight, and more than likely it's I Love This Yarn. And I had, like I said, I had 3 colors picked out, but now I might be doing like one color. And so I'm kind of like, I don't know, not sure yet, but I got to drop the sample piece and see what it says to me. So I'm going to do that. But while I was trying to create these stitches for this blanket, I started thinking of a cowl that I wanted to do too. So then I was torn. I'm like, which one do I want to do first, you know? So that's where I'm at right now with the next design. I really do enjoy designing. Like I was feeling a little plateau of inspiration there for a little bit. But once I sat down with my stitch pattern book, it just kind of started flooding back to me. And I was like, oh, I want to design this, and I want to design this, and I want to design this. And it's kind of hard to pick just one because I have all these other whips I'm working on too. So, yeah, I just kind of put a lot on my plate and let it overflow for a while. That's, I guess, that's how I roll. So anyway, so that's where I'm at right now, currently in the design process. Nothing is going to come out for a while, but I am working on something. I'm just not sure exactly what yet. It's a process. So I do have 2 finished objects though. So the first one is living in this bag. Well, it was my sloth for Attack of the Amigurumi 2022 for, what month are we in? We're in October, so I've been for September. Yeah, I'm just finishing that up. Well, I had it finished shortly after I recorded the last time. And I did start my October theme, which is Halloween gnomes, which you still have another day to get that done. But I did start my Halloween gnome, but I think I might skip it because Halloween's tomorrow. And then I'm just going to dive into, which I'll announce soon, the November one. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into that. So, yeah. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something else. Oh, let's just show you the sloth. Now, the sloth is a paper pattern that I bought off of Katie Did's Etsy shop. I follow her on the TikTok. But I'm not happy with my sloth. Her pattern was great. I enjoyed it. I just wish... I like big amigurumi, like squishy amigurumi, like decent size, cuddle size amigurumi. This guy turned out small. I mean, he's not awfully small, but he turned out littler than I'm used to. Now, in her pattern, she has you sewing his head sideways and then putting pipe cleaner in his arms, so his arms are bendable, and then pipe cleaner in his legs, so his legs are bendable. Like the legs would be more at the side here, and then he would like hug something, and then he was looking to the side. Well, I didn't do any of that. I did it this way. I kind of wish I did it the other way now, but yeah. So this is Sammy the Sloth. And I mean, he's not my favorite amigurumi that I've done, but he's still cute in his own little way. He's just really small. I mean, like, I just finished up, was it the last episode I showed you guys, the dragon that I did? I mean, he was a decent size, and then I got this little guy. I should have held 2 strands together to get a good size. I probably would have been more happy with that. But like I did with the dragon, I held 2 strands of yarn together and just killed my hands. Like, oh, well, he's fine. He's fine. He fell. So, and I didn't put stuffing in his legs and his arms. I kind of wish just so many things I wish I did with this one, but I really wish I just kind of sucked it up and held 2 strands of yarn together, because he'd be a lot bigger. And I think, I would like it a lot better. So, but he's still cute. I mean, he's just small. When I put him next to my other amigurumi I've done this year, he's just little. He's just a little guy. So, but I like it. He's cute. The yarn I used is unlabeled. And I used a little bit of this one for his eyes. This is the Red Heart Comfort, which is what these are as well too. But I just don't know where the labels are. I try to keep labels with it, so unless it gets stuck on the shelf and I got to pull it out and the label stays in there, sometimes that happens too. But there's no colors, there's just numbers. But you got your light tan, your taupe, and this is like your brown. And I only use this for the eyes. So it's not bad yarn. I got the job done. But I think I've said in past videos, like, I love this yarn. I'm really loving it for amigurumi and blankets. Like, I love it for all things. So, yeah. So, Sammy the Sloth, he's all done. And I have one more finish. And then I'll announce the Attack of the Amigurumi for November, as soon as I'm done with my next finish. So it was living in this bag here. Another L gray bag. This is my hat bag. I'm trying to get better at hats. It's something that I'm challenging myself. Hats, I don't mind making hats. I enjoy making hats. But hat sizes just never turn out for me. They're either too big, too small for what I'm doing. And I gauged for this one too. I gauged for this one a while ago and I figured out what I needed. Let me show you the hat. Here's the hat. So I made a newborn size in this colorway too. Look at it. Oh, I just love it. It just, in the bright green fuzzy pom-pom. I made a baby size, which turned out to be perfectly. And she gives you all the sizes. Excuse me. This is the Mountain Ridge hat by Sheepish Stitches. I bought this off of Ravelry. All the sizes that you need in it. Made the baby size. I enjoy this pattern. I want to make a whole bunch of hats in this pattern. I enjoyed my baby size turned out fine. This is supposed to be the toddler size. And it fits my daughter who is 8. So this is going to be a child size, which is fine. I mean, it fits her just fine, just perfectly. But that's not what I was going for. But that's okay. But I love this color combination. I got 4 of these bright green pom-poms. I think I would like to go ahead and use them both. To make hats just like this. So I want to make 2 more hats in this color scheme here, which is the green, the red, and the white. And you got pokes of the green in there. It just reminds me of like Grinchmas. And like, speaking of the Grinch, I'm going to be doing my front porch for Christmas this year, themed in Grinch, which I'm very excited about. So I've been looking around. It was part of my shopping yesterday. I was looking for Grinch themed kind of related decorations for my front porch and my front yard. So A little bit extra tidbit there. But the yarn I'm using for this hat pattern is the I Love This yarn. This is red, white, and key lime. So those 3 color combos are making up this hat, and I just love it. Like I said, there's other hats, there's other color combos I want to make using this pattern. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I like it. I'm gonna attempt to make 2 more of those in different sizes to use up my bright green fuzzy pom-poms that I recently got. That's going to be for that. So, what else do we have to talk about? We have to talk about the Attack of the Amigurumi 2022 for November. So October's coming to a close, and like I said, I started the Halloween gnome. I started on her hat. It's by Mufflecorn or something like that. I bought a few of her gnome patterns. I really do enjoy making gnomes. I do want to have some gnomes on the go, but I don't have so much time. I'm trying to get some of the stuff I currently have going done so I can start a whole bunch of new things. But for October, you have a chance to win these 2 skeins of yarn. I love this yarn and one of my stitch markers. This is the colorway Gray Confetti. This is the tweed line of the I Love This yarn, so you don't get as much yardage as the plain colors. You get 252 yards, and it's 90% acrylic, 8% viscose, which is your bright colored tweedy bits there. But I thought this was cute for a giveaway. I ended up, when I did buy this for the giveaway, I bought myself 2 skeins as well too. So, what is November's theme? Well, let me share with you. For November, I'm going to give you a list of 5 animals to make, and you're going to pick a pattern that's related to one of those 5 animals. So for November, you are going to, they're all woodland creatures, but I just kind of wanted to be specific because that's just what I wanted to do this time. You can do a bear, a deer, a moose, a fox, or a raccoon. One of those 5 animals for November. What am I going to do? I'm not sure. I'm back and forth between either... I'm back and forth between all of them. I don't know. I have a pattern for each one. Some of them a couple. I just don't know which one I want to do. So I got to make a decision which one's really popping at me and then just go from there. I really need to buckle down and figure that out. So now that Sam of the Sloth is done, I can go ahead and get that started hopefully soon, so I don't fall behind like I did. And I also, when I was looking on my on the Facebook page, which you will see a post later on today if it's not already up by the time you see this, of the November announcement for the Attack of the Amigurumi with those 5 creatures that you can make, and I will be updating that. I'll be doing the giveaway. What was I gonna say? Oh, but when I was looking at it on my Facebook page, I haven't updated any of my pictures because I have an original post that has like all the months listed, and I put pictures on there of the ones I've made that fit that month's theme. Now I skipped a month or 2 here and there, and the one I'm still working on, which is the red panda for my daughter, I haven't touched it in quite a few weeks. So yeah, I need to update those pictures because I don't have my dragon on there. I need to put my sloth on there. Yeah, I need to do some updating. So hopefully I get that done today. But you will see the post on there for November, either later on today or it's already there as you're watching this. So, yes, very exciting stuff. What can you win for November? Well, I decided to switch it up a little bit. I've been giving away the I Love This yarn, 2 skeins of it usually. I'm going to switch it up this month. I'm going to give a skein of this Big Twist Classic. Look at those colors. This is good. I think this would be a cool amigurumi. It's 100% acrylic, 447 yards, and it's a 5 medium, bulky. So, not 5 medium, 5 bulky. So, I'm interested to see what, and there's lots of halo on there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is. I'm interested to see what somebody comes up with one of these. And one of my stitch markers there. It's very soft. I love the Big Twist bulky. I've made an amigurumi out of it. I think I made 2 out of it in the past, and they make really cute amigurumi. So that's going to be cute. So yeah, that's what's up for grabs for November. I think that's all I had to share with you guys. Lots of progress on, or little progress on all the things. Like I said, I'm just trying to take things by day. I am trying to not put the pressure on myself on everything. Just a lot going on, and I'm just trying to be as productive as I can. I guess I can say. I don't know what I'm trying to say without saying what's going on, but just busy. I'm always busy. But I'm trying to find the time to crochet, which I am, because that's my therapy. That's my release. That's what I do at, like, my daughter goes to bed at 9 o'clock at night. That's when the yarny fibers come out, and that's when I'm not needed. Nothing's being demanded of me. Nothing's needed from me. No one needs anything from me, and I can just do my own thing when I'm feeling. Some nights when I sit down to crochet, I'm like, I don't even know what to work on. I'm just overwhelmed with all my whips. I'm like, I don't know what I want to work on. Do I want to work on this? Do I want to work on that? Do I want to do this? I don't know. I want to do all the things, but I only have a couple hours, so trying to use it as best as I can. So with that note, I hope you all have a fabulous week, and remember to keep that yarn running through those fingers, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.